Thank y'all for listening to the Southern Style Podcast. We appreciate y'all being here. I'm Michael Lee.
And this is Rick Henderson.
Here the hell we go. There's a 98% chance we do not have it together. Kind of like tornadoes hitting trailer park. There's a 98% chance that's happening.
That's a Southern thing, guys.
The Southern is cornbread and biscuits.
Kyrgyzstan, like, the places that you kind of essentially...
Can you spell that?
Absolutely not.
I didn't think so.
Don't forget, we're from the South.
What?
cut off the chicken tongue.
Could you imagine walking in here and have a damn 8-foot chicken in the corner?
I was thinking about putting him in the front yard.
This train wreck of a saga.
Yes.
All right. Rick, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? We got it together here.
Yeah,
or do we?
We do not.
We probably don't.
There's a 98% chance we do not have it together. Kind of like tornadoes hitting trailer park. There's a 98% chance that's happening. The 98% the other way is what we are in this podcast. It's not happening.
Why does it seem like those happen in the South? Are they picking on us?
I don't know. My wife always says God don't like trailer parks for some reason. I told her one day, I was like, I'm just going to buy some land. We're going to live in a trailer and build a house. She's like, are you living in a trailer? I said, why? She said, God don't like trailers. I said, why? There's a lot of great God-fearing people that live in trailers. Yep. And she's like, you ever seen tornadoes? They go right for the trailer parks.
Yeah, tear them all to pieces.
And I was like, man, that's tragic.
Picking on us.
That's a somber thought, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to destroy meth labs.
That's
maybe
definitely.
It's God's war on drugs.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not knocking anybody that lives in a trailer because I lived in a trailer half my life when I was growing up, so I got no problem with it.
That's a Southern thing, guys.
It's Southern is cornbread and biscuits. Yeah, is the trailer park.
Yep.
So I mean, with all that being said, I mean, our hunting camps have been trailers, mobile homes, modular homes.
Hey, in their defense, in our defense, though, I did stay in Canada when I was a kid hunting whitetail, and we were in a trailer. So,
dude, I've stayed in trailers all over the country.
Country is country worldwide.
Yeah, country is country. Okay, let's go with that. Yeah,
this sounded good. Yeah. This is not Brantley here.
Yeah, Brantley. There's a song about that, I think.
I know. Yeah. But I'm not as smart as Brantley, and I can't come up with stuff like that on the fly, good sayings like he can.
Well, for anybody that's just tuning into this thing, because this is episode 1, so it probably is the first time you've ever tuned in to listen to this on any level of structure whatsoever. My name is Michael Lee. My counterpart over here is Rick Henderson, a.k.a. owner of Rick's Body Shop at Emporium.
Yeah. It's sponsored. That's
shameless plug. That's what
gotta plug this thing.
Look, we got to pay the bills around here, and we're here in studio for y'all listening. If you hop on our YouTube channel, that it doesn't exist right now, but it's coming soon.
There's some things out there that you can see a little bit, not.
So with all that being said, I'm Michael Lee. I've been in the outdoor industry for about 20 years. Grew up hunting and fishing, whatever. I host this thing called Backwoods Life that's been around for that long. And Rick and I crossed paths, probably a year ago?
Probably closer to 2 now, maybe.
Okay, well, I don't remember. I'm terrible. My memory's terrible. I just turned 46 yesterday, so I'm just doing good not to crap my pants while I, walk every day. So, with all that being said, Rick and I got to be good buddies real quick, actually, and we started hunting together and doing some really cool stuff. And we just decided that we needed to do something different.
Yeah.
And that's our goal with this thing.
Yeah.
And so, Rick, you own a body shop.
Yeah.
And that's not a gym. That's not where you go work out and lift weights. I mean, looking all
different bodies. Yeah. A whole nother body.
It's not a strip club. It's actually a body shop.
No, probably not as profitable as a strip club, but it's it pays the bills. Been doing it for about 20 years. And it's a weird story how I got to doing it, but the whole time it was essentially to pay for hunting. Yeah. And, I mean, family, to feed kids, stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
just do our normal redneck lifestyle.
Yeah. And you obviously have to have some type of career to feed that hunting and your redneck southern whatever you want to call it lifestyle that we have down here in the South. But so body shop 20 years and run up with Michael a couple years ago, and here we are.
Yeah. So we decided, first off, we talk about hunting a lot, and probably through these podcasts, there's going to be a lot of hunting stuff, but this isn't just about hunting. We love hunting, fishing, outdoors, anything that we can do outside.
But almost everybody in the South does.
Exactly. We can't help it.
And there's plenty of podcasts out there. There's plenty of TV shows. There's plenty of things to watch hunting. And what we would like to try to do is, yeah, we're hunters and we're going to talk about hunting. Do not get me wrong. We're definitely talking about hunting, but we want to talk about the things that are, I guess, a little bit incorporated on the outside of hunting. And the South, right, and how we do things here in the South.
And that's the thing. And a lot of people don't understand with us being from the South. Even I've gone to Boston, Massachusetts on vacation with my family, and we went to a Boston Red Sox game. Well, everything I'm doing up there, I'm relating it to my Southern ways. And every bar I go into, they're like, "Hey, where you from?" "We're from Boston."
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hell, I'm from South Georgia, man.
Yeah.
"Oh man, keep talking. We like the way you talk."
Yeah.
We're Southern. We take that everywhere we go. We can't help it.
Yeah.
And then we get everywhere I go. You sit and you relate to somebody, and somebody talk. "Well, where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from South Georgia." Well, or they always think, "Were you from Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia?" They kind of nail us down into the Southeast because it's pretty freaking easy to do that with our accent. And then they're like, "Well, we like your accent." I go, "What accent?" "You got the accent."
Yeah, you sound funny, not me.
I've been to half the dang country and other countries, and everybody talks funny.
Yeah,
us.
Well, Joe, one time, I got a good friend of mine from the UK, and we've been hunting together for a long time. And one time we had a conversation about how we talk, and Joe literally said, "You guys have screwed that up." He said, "We talk normal. You guys have screwed that up." So
no.
We just put a little pizzazz in it.
I put it this way, back when all the rednecks up north got together and dumped all that tea in that harbor, accents went away right there, buddy. No more time for that crap. But we decided, Rick and I have been brainstorming this thing for a long time and decided we wanted to do something that takes our Southern ways, applies it to everywhere we go and things we do. Like, everywhere we go, we usually is in a hunting camp or, vacation spot or, something, but everybody can relate somewhere. I mean, I've been on vacation in places and I find a guy that likes to fish and we start talking, just sitting there at a bar together or something, or we find somebody that likes to hunt and we hit it off, or somebody from Georgia, and next thing you know, you're talking to somebody and you know somebody.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how it all works out. Like we were down at St. George Island a couple of weeks ago, and we're hanging out at this bar on my buddy's birthday, and a guy walks up to me and his buddy, and they watch our YouTube channel, Back of His Life, and he was like, "Oh man, watch your stuff. That's cool." And next thing you know, we're talking about fishing, and then know somebody from my hometown. I mean, It's just crazy how it's almost like our Southern people in general, we like to talk. We'll talk to anybody.
Yeah. And
then usually the Northerners, not knocking anybody from the North, but you have a little more wall up. You know what I mean? Like
that is weird.
Little defensive, maybe thinking we're just ignorant people from the South.
No, you talk to them.
Once we break down the barriers, we have commonalities that we talk about.
Very much.
And then now here you never know, you make friends.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yeah, it's relatable across the whole world, really. I mean, I do sometimes. I think about, like, I'm just going to throw out a country here like Kyrgyzstan, like, the places that you kind of essentially.
Can you spell that?
Absolutely not.
I didn't think so.
Don't forget, we're from the South.
No.
But anyways, you think about these almost how they feel like third world countries, but then you see these people and they're like hardcore hunters. I mean, you got some of these ibex hunters, some of these different hunters and fishing, people that fish and whatnot over there, and you see their lifestyle and how they live, and it's very similar to yours. And they're in something, they're in a country that you don't even think about there being hunters and country kind of.
When you think about it, I mean, it's not really about, it's not about what you do. It's about similarities in where you're at, that you do the same thing. It's just different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could go to UK over there and their term of a biscuit's a different biscuit than us. But guess what? We both have biscuits.
Yeah.
Now we can sit down and have a whole conversation about biscuits.
Well, yeah, cat heads in particular.
Yeah, but they're not. They probably don't have them over there.
They don't have. There's nowhere else on the planet.
They probably have little things that look like dog treats. That's their biscuits.
Their biscuits are probably hard.
Yeah, they're probably like that.
Yeah, they're hard. They don't have cat heads.
Their Meemaw didn't make their biscuits right.
Yeah,
that's what I look at. Meemaw, grandma, they make make good biscuits. Have you ever met anybody's mema that calls them mema that did not make good biscuits?
No, that just can't be.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
It's almost like when you become mema, like your biscuit level just went up a notch.
Yeah.
Am I right?
That's so once they graduate to Meemaw, the status became from the biscuit. I mean, once the biscuit was performed properly, that's when they got deemed Meemaw.
There's got to be a credential check.
I guarantee you.
I promise you. When God made Meemaws, he's like, yeah, we're going to touch Meemaw. When they say your name's Meemaw, bing,
Flower transformer.
It's like, boom, just like that. Next thing you know, you got the best biscuits and gravy.
I mean, and that stuff like that. I mean, that's what we're here for is the Southern. That's the Southern. Like what we're speaking of right now. That's what we want you guys to listen and see what we mean by Southern. And that biscuit, I'm telling you, it's hard to say that biscuit. I mean, a pure good biscuit is not Southern.
Right? Why do you think think about the restaurant chains out there. Think about all of them. McDonald's, KFC,
Bojangles,
Burger King, Bojangles, Cracker Barrel. Do they all not have biscuits?
Oh, yeah, you got to have a biscuit.
Other than Pizza Hut. Then Pizza Hut doesn't have biscuits because they're not open for breakfast. If Subway would make biscuits, that could be make another $1 billion a year.
Yeah, that would up.
Nobody wants to go in and eat a breakfast sub. Well, Rick does because he eats every damn thing on the planet. Like every 2 minutes, hey man, you gonna eat that? You eat your cornbread? Yes, because me mom made it. Crackhead, get off my plate.
But the cool thing though is where we're trying to be, I guess, relatable or whatnot, is you could take that cat head biscuit and you could take it up to New York, you could take it to Maine, you could take it to Idaho, you could take it to California. Take it to California. You take that cat head biscuit to California and you put it in front of one of them people, and I guarantee you that they will love that cat head biscuit. They can't tell you any different.
It'll bring them from the Democrat side almost to the middle, won't it?
It would almost, yes. They would.
Biscuits will unite this country.
Exactly. That's what we need in the country right now. We need a president
that runs on the biscuit platform.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing.
We just figured out world problems.
Biscuits 24.
Is cane syrup going to be the VP?
Oh, please. And honey. I love honey, man. Like cane syrup, though. Now, that talk about Southern. Well, one, because it can't grow up north. I don't think. Can you grow sugar cane in Michigan?
Jason, you might have to figure out you're going to have to have.
If y'all hear anybody in the background, that's our producer, Jason, over here.
He's running the shots here on the cameras.
He's keeping this thing dialed in like a Nolan Ryan fastball.
But he can definitely look and see if sugar cane is grown up north. I just, in my mind, I've never thought about it, but I feel like that it does grow up north. And then we can grow it here. I think it's just one of those things you can grow anywhere.
I hope so, because if anybody that's listening to this, wherever you're at in this country, if you can grow sugar cane or get access to sugar cane syrup, you should probably put that on your biscuits. I don't care if you go to McDonald's and just get a plain biscuit, but take your syrup with you.
Yeah.
Like the little packets you get, that's processed crap. Yeah, we're talking about straight up, out of the field, run through the press sugar cane.
I can drink cane syrup and I can drink honey. People don't believe me, but I'll turn a bottle of honey up and I'll drink the whole daggum bottle.
I will just straight up get a tablespoon of honey about every day and just eat it.
Well, and then the thing about honey too is that it's biblical. That honey is like superfood. It cures allergies and different things. So it's a good food to have.
So now you've learned something on this podcast.
We're instructional. We're teaching you things to eat.
We're changing your life.
Yeah, we're turning you into a touch Southern, and that's what we're here for. We're trying to Southern you a little bit. We're not trying to
make you be Southern, but we're trying to open your eyes that we've got some pretty cool stuff down here.
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, so I've always seen, before we started this podcast up now, we were talking about swamp people. We were talking about some different things, and Yeah, they somewhat give you an idea of how Southern people are, but I feel like what we're trying to do, or what we would like to do, is have it to where it's relatable. And does that make any sense?
Well, you sit back and go, maybe part of my life has a little bit of that in there.
And yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's a good. Yeah.
And also, I think another angle of this thing that we've talked about is the video side of it, like dropping some stuff that we talk about on YouTube, like memas biscuits. Like we may actually show a video on there of making biscuits.
Yeah.
I think we can incorporate those things in there. And now we've got all the Martha Stewarts of the redneck world wanting to tune in. Hey, did you see Martha was on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit?
Is she on the cover of Sport? Oh my goodness.
Like 78.
Yeah, she probably looks great though for her age.
I mean, she got that prison body.
Wow. That's another thing Jay's could look up, and we can throw in a shot of Martha Stewart in a bikini.
Well, I mean,
we might not need to do that.
We're gonna put that on our OnlyFans page. We just probably got 28 copyright violations somewhere on that. I don't know.
So, Michael, what's up on podcast number 1 here? Are we going to go into any topics, or are we just simply just letting everybody know here?
You asked too many questions.
I thought I was the questionnaire man on the side of the table.
Yeah, but the questions are actually stuff that I can engage with, not just answer your question about a podcast. Yes, Rick, we have a topic to talk about.
And...
Oh, I don't know. Let's make it. I thought we were doing pretty good. You just ruined it.
I'm sorry. I throwed a monkey.
You ruined it.
I throwed a monkey wrench in the fire. What? But I thought we had a topic. Man, but if we don't have a topic, I'm okay with that too.
There's always a topic. It's us. It's Southern.
Yeah.
It's just talking about biscuits and gravy and cool stuff. Like that's what's fun in life, man.
Yeah. Well, there's going to definitely be a lot of rambling. On this.
There is no. This is like her.
I was just trying to say, you know what? I know we're a bunch of ramblers. I mean, sometimes we get on the phone and we talk for 2 freaking hours, and I hang up the phone and I'm like, did I even ask him what I was calling him about?
Probably not. Probably.
So not. I'm just saying, hey, are we talking about something here, or are we just introductions?
We have been talking about something.
Well, yeah, we're ramblers, and we're telling you that.
But like there was great meat and potatoes in what we just talked about. Now you're going into we have to talk about something.
Guys, I'm sorry. I just ruined the whole episode for you. But continue to listen, and we'll keep rambling.
I don't know. But did you know? I read this article today that there was a crocodile in captivity that's been there for 16 years that had babies. That's not a big deal, right?
I mean, that's pretty normal.
But there's no male crocodile.
What?
Only a female by itself.
Now, that's a little odd. I mean, Mr. Croc jumped the fence.
Well, I mean, either that or there's a elephant down the road that had a good time, or so. I don't know.
Have the eggs hatched yet?
I don't know what they're going to look like. They come out with like 4 legs and a no tail and a beaver head on it. I don't know.
That's weird.
I don't know. That's what I read that, and I was like, well, that's pretty interesting. So,
Mother Mary Gator.
A virgin crocodile birth.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Jesus coming back as a crocodile. I mean, for those of y'all listening, no, we're not saying that at all. But a disclaimer, like, it's just a joke, so y'all calm down.
Them Southern boys, they get carried away.
Look, Jesus knows my heart. We're fine. Okay?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
But yeah, so, I mean, I guess we need to go to Okefenokee over here and just start checking, make sure everybody lines up.
Yeah, the wise men, we could be the wise men, and we could ride in on camels and give gifts,
What would you give a crocodile?
A piece of chicken, whole chicken, maybe. A backstrap. I mean, I got a few backstraps left.
Wild hog.
A wild hog. Yeah, that's real good.
Let them things eat all of them.
Oh yeah, and they do a lot. That's really cool. I have actually seen a gator one time. I was sitting in a deer stand and I was looking through a clear and just happened to be looking that way. And one of those big white cowbirds. This was a pretty big bird. He was there on the side of the water. I could see a little old water puddle there, and man, that gator come out and he. Did you know that they eat cowbirds?
Gator eat anything that gets by water.
I'm guessing so because man, he come up and he caught that bird and it literally my jaw hit the floor. I mean, I was dumbfounded. But yes, I mean they eat a lot of hogs though is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
They get down there.
If you there's ample videos out there. Actually there was a one in Florida I saw trail camera pictures of an alligator laying by a feeder, a corn feeder. And hogs came in there and ate.
They could see the gator.
On the camera, on the trail cam picture, you can see the gator laying by the corn feeder, spinner feeder. And when those hogs came in, that gator just waited and he smoked one.
And the hogs just come in.
They just think it's a log. Hogs are stupid until you try to hunt them.
Yeah, until you get after them with a bow and arrow.
But you think about it, like that hog just like, oh, they're just a big log over there. Wow, got it.
Gone.
Yep.
That's pretty cool though. But that tells you right there that a gator's pretty smart. He says, "Hey, this corn feeder's going off. These hogs are coming in here. I'd like to eat one of those."
So why was that alligator that you saw eat that bird? Why was he sitting where he was at? Because he knew
that bird was going to be there,
or something would be around that water. I mean, they're predators.
Yeah,
they hunt the deck. They're handed, right?
Yeah. Well, they're born with those skills. Obviously,
just like us.
What skills we got?
Hunting memas biscuits.
Hey, I've been doing that for 40 years now.
You do that every 4 minutes, Rick.
Yeah, I do like to eat.
Rick consumes about 6,000 calories a day.
Try. Definitely.
But anyway.
On to what?
I don't know. I think it's a pretty good show. I mean, Jason, how much time has that been?
20 minutes.
20
there
minutes.
You go. Hey, from everything I Googled about podcasting, 20, 30 minutes is your pocket.
All right. Well, I guess if we're going to call it, that's who we are. Maybe you got a little taste of who we are. And surely if you continue to listen in, we're also going to have, I guess, ways that you can actually see us. You can see this podcast on a couple different avenues. Michael, what do you think?
Sure. Yeah.
He's good with it. I'm good with it.
We're going to put it somewhere.
But if you continue to hang tough with us, we're going to probably tell a little bit more about ourselves, who we are, what we want to try to do, or we don't really even have a clue, maybe. You don't know.
For the most part, it's going to be a lot of random stuff, but it's a Southern spin on life.
Yeah, Southern spin on life. Yeah, and that's what
That's who we are.
That's our direction, with this thing.
And next to podcast, I'm 100% letting Rick pick all the topics.
Oh, gosh.
Exactly my point.
Well, sounds good. Y'all make sure y'all listen in for that because I bet you it'll be crazy.
I was listening to a podcast last night, and you ever heard of the guy they called the Prince of Poachers?
No, is he outlaw?
He was. He poached on the Kennedy and King ranches in South Texas and killed like hundreds of giant deer.
200-inch stuff.
Just giant deer. But I was listening to a podcast with him on there, and I wanted to hear about it. It was actually him on it talking, and he wrote this book, and I'm thinking about getting the book and reading that. Everybody says it's really good. But I was trying to listen to this podcast last night when I was laying in bed, and I'm not going to say the name of the podcast. I don't talk bad about anybody that was on there, like the host was, but it was the most monotone. Hi, thanks for listening to our podcast. Today we have the Prince of Poachers, whoever his name is, on our show, and we're going to talk to him about how he hunted these deer and was, we're not condoning poaching behaviors, but we want to talk to him and listen to his stories about how he did that. Welcome to the show, so-and-so. Can you please tell us about your blah, 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 blah. I fell asleep.
Bland.
Dude, I fell asleep so fast.
Yeah.
I woke up with my beats in my ears like, okay, I got to get this out of here.
Wow.
I mean, the guy talking was pretty entertaining, the guy that did all that. But like my goal with this thing is to not be that guy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want you to listen
really
to
don't
this.
Think
I don't want you to listen to this on the way to work and fall asleep and crash in the ditch.
Well, I really don't think when it comes to me and you, there's not going to be any of that.
I think this is going to be a love-hate podcast.
Love, hate?
Yeah, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it.
Yeah. Well,
if you hate it, listen to it anyway.
Yeah.
Make sure you hate it. Every time one comes out, make sure you hate it. If you love it, we love you back. If you hate
for
it,
sure.
Then don't eat Meema's biscuits. Then.
For sure.
No biscuits for you. All right, that's enough rambling for this one. Y'all, thank you for listening to this number one.
Absolutely.
Listen to number 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2,000. Hopefully we'll get there.
Here it comes.
Never know. We'll catch y'all next time. Thank y'all for listening. Please tune in to the rest of this train wreck of a saga.
Yes.
I roll for you. Not in that way.